Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I have a great surprise for you today. These just arrived. Yay, the Fairy Forest. I love it, by Lucy Cavendish. She does a lot of Alice in Wonderland-y type of stuff, but these are miraculous. This is an Oracle of the Wild Green World. This is probably one of my favorite decks that I wanted for quite some time, but I try to space out my purchases so I'm not a wild woman myself. So today's going to be about what is coming into union for you, what relationships, what discoveries, what notions that you've had for a while that you can now put into play and implement into your life to really get them circulating. You know what I mean? The hero life you want, the alchemy that you want to put in there. You guys are turning into these beautiful idealist seekers with adventure in your heart. You have a powerful magical area that you can tap into now. I really feel it. It's everywhere. I see how people are acting around one another. They have more compassion. They're more loving. They're more into their beautiful, I just call it true life agenda. Instead of trying to be materialistic or appear a certain way or, you know, acquire things, it's really about what they can do from other people. It's messages from your souls, basically. So we have a three card choice today, and you can start with number 1, the Unseelie Queen. It's about glamour, opulence, and hubris. Number 2 is Isa, stillness, pause, and delicacy. And number 3 is She Who Laughs, humor, perspective, and mirth, which that's a really nice card to have around, right? If sometimes as soon as we laugh at situations, once they go unsteady, especially if we're making progress and we have an animal, a family member, or something that just gets things going in the wrong direction, and then we have to backpedal and stuff, we can erase all that frustration by just having a little mirth and a little humor in things. So we're going to start with number 1. And again, this is what's coming into union for you, what you're going to discover, any soul messages, clarity to do with your guardians, your teams, the mysterious messages that are coming to you. I feel like a lot of you have unprecedented luck coming in for you. You're really reading your synchronicity, so it's a very powerful time. So let's see what the Unseelie Queen, what the message is for you. So it says, the words can cut so deep, and those in power can be cruel. They have resources and display their status with pride. They seem to lack all compassion and to care only for how they appear and how much they can control others. Because of their glamour, wealth, pride, they seem to hold all the power in this situation. Therefore, at this time, your self-esteem may be substantially damaged. This card harkens to me of sort of like the mean girls in school. Sometimes how people in political realms can act because they do hold power, and they can make things unbearable at times because of the power they wield, right? So you may fear that if you confront this, you will be harmed, hurt, disempowered, blamed, or weakened. But you must honor your own point of view, value your side of the story, take necessary steps to protect yourself. You will prevail as long as you approach the situation with belief that you utterly deserve respect and self-love. This is about people that cloak themselves in opulence and beauty at times, but there can be a vacancy of soul. There can be a cruelty. Like if you ever watch The Tudors, how Anne Boleyn became, right? She had pretty much everything at her fingertips, but due to fear, jealousy, and other things, she turned into a cruel person who could have given so much to others and prevented poverty on large scale and helped her realm, but instead she became very myopic in her vision of just herself and how to accomplish Henry VIII's utter devotion and just how to acquire more lands for her family. You know, it's that type of thing. So you may need to consider leaving an abusive relationship. Be open to counseling from trusted professionals. This is about discovering and restoring your own self-love, to become less vulnerable by those that seek to hurt, distort, or unapologetically present their case and think they're good people when really you're the good person. You're strong. So you can do this and return from the abyss that you can sometimes fall into. It's about standing up. You know, sometimes you think, oh, those people are in power. How can I have that? I feel like this pertains to a lot of you at work, where you have some higher ups that just don't seem to care. They push their own agenda. They look out for their own raises, bonuses, and all that, but perhaps not yours. So there's an unfairness in this sometimes, and it does get cloaked in other aspects that are unseen, right? There's a veil always over it. So this just lets you know that just because something appears one way, it is not necessarily true at all. So we're going to go on next to Isa. I love the artwork in this. In fact, I saw this and I took a picture of it and I put it on Instagram because I thought it was so beautiful, but I did not, it didn't have the markings that it actually belonged to the Fairy Forest deck. Had I known that, I would have had this in such quick order. Oh, you know my green ring? I had one done, designed in citrine because I love that so much, and the other one sold out and I was like, oh, this one's so gorgeous. So anyway, this card speaks of stillness, pause, and delicacy. Winter has descended upon the fairy forest. You have ceased struggling and fighting to change. Oh, you know what I'm going to do though? It's like I meant to pull. We're going to do a 1 card pick for a message too in this. And you got the Hierophant. I'm sorry, I just started to skip. I got so excited. Sometimes I read what all of them are and then I go through, but we're going to do it this way and complete with 1. So also your Hierophant thing is, the keys really do belong to you. You're a fierce, stable entity when you really choose to be, okay? You're going to go move through anything that you need to with grace. I feel like you do have some things definitely coming into union in terms of love matches coming. A swathe of you in the June area and the summertime. You're very into the summer months and you blossom in that, and I feel like it'll be like a mysterious adventure too. It's like you just are invited somewhere and you decide to take someone up on an offer, and it's like you decide, listen, I can have the pioneer lifestyle where I want to go seek and find things out and be a traveler, and that's starting what you're starting to do. And you know, you're becoming the alchemist in your own destiny and mixing and matching what is truly meant for you. And you know, you're understanding there's a lot of people out there that are noble, they're beautiful, they're wise, and you're seeking them out and you're seeking their company because you're realizing that's how you're going to find the person that you're destined to be. Definitely, that is your message, and you really are stepping into this beautiful cosmic understanding that we're energy and we're exchanging it the right way for the right direction to travel in, right? And just to have peace and calm in our soul, right? To be brave, to innovate what we want to have in a nice, warm, relaxed atmosphere, and being grounded as well. So yeah, beautiful energy there. Yeah, not fearing people because they seemingly have more, right? A lot of times I've noticed the wealthier the people are in my family, that's where a lot of problems arise, because they're afraid of losing that money. And or when I was younger, I remember I do have a very wealthy branch of my family, and they were like they were the most argumentative. They were the ones that drank a little too much. They were the ones that just were busy on how everything appeared to their neighbors and at the golf clubs and all that stuff. So there is a definite thing that comes with a lot of money at times. People have more fear of losing what they've already acquired than if they just have a moderate amount, you know what I mean? So the grass is definitely not greener, right? And you're finding that. You have the keys to that and the knowledge that accompanies that. So good for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe and the notification bell so you know when all the new videos come in. If you hit the little gray arrow at the bottom, it will bring you down to all my links to my private reads, which I get back to within 48 hours, as everybody knows too. They take precedence. I do them right away. I also have the Instantgo, which means I get back to you within like 20 minutes or so. I love that service. It's a really great service. My Etsy store, the Gas Provisions box, if you'd like to support the channel. My Patreon page is down there, and thank you, Patreons. You guys are the absolute best. So we are going to move on to the next one. Good energy. Yeah, you guys are turning a page and really being like, you know what, I want to delight in my life and really participate in a big way, in a strong way. And you have this new awareness, which is beautiful. So that is you guys. Beautiful energy. So now we're on to Isa. Stillness, pause, and delicacy. So this talks about winter has descended upon the fairy forest. You have ceased struggling and fighting to change what is outside yourself. Because you have relinquished the battle, you have won the war within yourself. You are now suspending activity and being in the moment. Through this stillness and inner consciousness, you are beginning to understand so much of where you have been and where you will be and you will understand so much of where you'll go. And because you're fully in the present and allowing, you can also become a deeper, more peaceful and understanding of what you really want, what you value and you desire, right? This is the moment to complete stillness and simply just be in the moment, be completely present. When you're still a crystallis, as a crystallis, chrysalis, hanging seemingly static from a branch, fragile and mysterious. Like the chrysalis, you will do nothing at all except become yourself. And your transformation is being worked invisibly on the inside. And when the time is right, you will share it with the world. And that's happening to a great many of you right now. I'm hearing continually that some of you guys are discovering deeper meaning in friendships, because you're asking, those valuable questions. You're discarding things that no longer serve you. You really are understanding how to value your time. You're stepping into your authority. You're no longer saying yes to all these extra things that you don't really have time for, because you need time for introspection, right? Your destiny is here. You're going to exercise a lot of selectiveness, who you spend time with and what you do. Lots of times it happens with some kind of rude awakening too, where you're just all of a sudden get exhausted or hit a wall. I have tiny moments throughout the day that remind me of that. Like when I woke up, I had some packages that had to go out. I wanted to do a reading, and because I rushed and was going crazy, it came out filmed strange, like in that thin line. So then I really paid attention to my words in that video, and I didn't air it because I was speeding through it. I was actually going so fast. I wasn't enjoying it. And although I had lovely messages and everything in that, I want to do it in a time where it comes through relaxed and not hurried, and, just coming from a place of comfort and chillness, right? Like begin at the beginning. And I was trying to begin in the middle. I just was like, and other things were coming into my mind, so I could hear my voice speeding up. So, I want to be in the land of the calm and wise ones, not the crazy chickens running around with their head cut off, right? And that's what this is about. Isa is all about just stillness, pause, having a delicate moment with yourself and observing everything, right? Because now's the time you're going to have your life really enriched. You're going to enrich others' lives. You're going to feel and see the healing in the world around you, and you're going to participate in it. So that's really beautiful. So let's see what is going on. Yes. Yeah. See, and this is what comes of that abundance in whatever form you see. If you have a vacancy in your love department and you're ready to engage and meet people, spring and summer are so ideal, because so many people just offload that winter heaviness, that blah, especially if you have any of that seasonal affection disorder, anything like that, where you feel, I get kind of cabin fever. I don't like to go out when it's really cold out. And although I'm working and I'm talking to hundreds of people a day on social media, it's not the same as going out and being in the spring sunshine, right? It's like you feel like that lovely star traveler. You feel the sun on you, and you get to witness just the nobility of nature, right? Sometimes if you're just standing by a tree and you hear the wind go through it, it's so relaxing. And abundance in the form too, when you come to these realizations, here's the crazy thing. The law of attraction starts to summon some pretty magical stuff when we're in that peaceful place, because that's when we realize what we truly value, right? That's when we value peace of mind pretty much over everything, right? So we start to create a niche for that. And when we have peace of mind, we're able to put our energy and our focus where it belongs. That's where our good results come, whether it's monetary, viable streams of income, more time that we carve out for ourselves because we're making wiser choices in where we spend our time. And also, this is about I'm hearing that you're going to stop wasting money. What happens with a lot of people with boredom or pent-up energy is they'll go out and they'll go shopping and they'll look at things and they'll acquire things they don't really need because they have impulse buys. They let their emotions drive them into these things. Like I was sharing on my Instagram that yesterday I had so much time, I wanted so much fun, and I had some time, so I wanted to go out of the house and just look around at some things. And I was just shopping and touching everything, towels, and I was seeing the difference of different sunglasses and just having a goofball time by myself for like a couple hours. And the nice thing was, when I asked myself, what do you need? I really did not need one thing. I went in there to get a chapstick for my son, and it was so nice to just look at everything. I must have tried on like tons of lipsticks, and it was like I was there with a pack of girlfriends, but it was just me and my gads hanging out. But you know what I mean? What a nice feeling to think, I don't need anything. I'm perfectly happy where I am and what I'm doing. But that's the thing. You're going to realize, why be wasteful and why waste energy, time, and money on things we don't really want or need, right? Wouldn't you rather, you know, have a little time out in the sun and relax? Like, for instance, it's my neighbor's birthday in 2 days, and I believe she's going to be turning, she's either going to have her sweet 16th or 18th, but it's one of those years that's pretty important. So I had to go to Grade A and grab something to eat quickly, and I saw these beautiful roses and they were on sale, so I went and got them, and her brother Bob was out in the driveway, and I brought him the flowers and said, oh, I know Michelle's birthday is coming up, I'll leave a piece of jewelry and the thing for you to give her. And it was so nice that I stopped for a moment to go on Facebook and see what was going on, because it is about us being present and being aware of special days for people, for celebrating people, right? People may act like it's not that big a deal, but just think if you're on Facebook or other things and somebody you really want to wish you a happy birthday doesn't, it kind of sticks with you a little, right? We're sensitive to that. These are special days, and it's very important that we celebrate each other. For sure. And that's what you're coming into. You're stepping into that energy of, hey, people are important. People are way more important than things and what we perceive to be the things that need our focus a lot of times. I think sometimes it's just the loudest and the those garish things that are just trying to wave us down, and we need to really, really focus and be selective where we spend that time, so you can have these results which you're getting now, which is beautiful. So I love that for you. Yeah, you're going to step into some lovely abundance, and this is in the very immediate future for you as well. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, and thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to press like and subscribe if you like this video. And also the little gray arrow will bring you down to all my links for private reads. I get to those within 48 hours, 3 days at the most. They take precedence, so you don't have to wait for those. I'm on Instantgo, which is a great service where I can text and get immediately back to you if you have any kind of question, whether it pertains to your job, your love life, whatever. And also, if you'd like to support the channel and you like these videos, you can come visit on my Patreon page. And I want to thank my patrons. That helps support the channel as well. And depending what tier you join, you get all kinds of little goodies. And also my Etsy store has all these fun jewels and everything in there, and you can bedeck yourself out for spring. So love and light to this group. And now we're going to go on to She Who Laughs. Humor, perspective, and mirth. I love that. This card actually looks like my cousin Tammy. When I saw it, I was like, wow. I'm just in awe that this picture that I'd seen over and over on Pinterest, what belonged to this deck, it just didn't signify that. And they had some other cards with the ice ones that were so beautiful in this delicate art, and it would belong to this deck. I was like, wow. Okay, so now we're on to She Who Laughs. Humor, perspective, and mirth. There is within your life now a great heaviness and earnestness and a sense of great gravity to nearly every situation that's unfolding. Yes, this is of great importance, and yes, there are consequences to consider. But this card has come to you because She Who Laughs wishes for you to receive the healing power of laughter, the power that lifts the darkness and releases energy that is stagnant, cold, and heavy from our energy field, indeed from our limbs and cells and our hearts. For you, this laughter is as necessary as surgery at this moment, and it will shake loose the cords strapping you tightly to your burdens you no longer carry. Let the light break through and laugh, as without laughter there can be no perspective. Without laughter there can be no movement forward. Without laughter there can be a sense of deep abiding resentment. So lift this. Let She Who Laughs begin to help you seek out moments, people, and situations that stir the sense of ridiculousness that abide within us, and let the healing and the release of laughter roll through you and lift away the pain. And for now, the sun is going to break through and your eyes will shine once again with mirth and joy. Welcome back to the world of delight. Friend, it is time. And I'll just share with you, this happens to me continually throughout the day when I'm in the car. I start to take everything so serious because I cannot believe how people drive. I just dropped my son off at the sports complex, and there was lots of lanes and people closed things off, and this woman got in front of me who obviously was born in 1812, and she was going as slow as possible and blocking me, and then it was like just nuts. I'm serious, there was no way she ever went over 8 miles an hour, and this was a huge parking lot. And then she got out onto the main road, and I was getting so frustrated, and I thought, The windows are down. It's sunny. It's beautiful. You just dropped him off. You have no place to be at any specific time. But again, we fall into those old subconscious patterns of impatience, right? Got to get there. Got to do this. Got to complete this task. And I was like, why am I doing this? And then I burst out laughing because this lady was literally had her hand out the window, you know, like Forrest Gump style, like, yay, like loving the breeze. And she was probably in her, you know, 150-year-old time frame or however old she was. Like, she probably shouldn't have been driving, but who cares? But it was funny, and I started laughing, and it changed and shifted my whole perspective on the day of why am I in this perpetual hurry? You know what I mean? It was like, and I started making a list of why I should be in a hurry. It was so ridiculous. School buses will be coming. This will be going on. And I started to make myself tense and get shoulder pain, all this stuff for no reason. And then once I began to laugh at the craziness of it, it all just dissipated. And that's what you're going to step into. You know, you're going to start to delight yourself. Switch on Saturday Night Live. Switch on Key and Peele. Switch on things that make you laugh. It really lifts something. That heaviness goes away. You enter the land of the silly ones. Then your intuition comes back. Your luck comes back. Your wisdom comes back. Your warmth comes back when you laugh, right? When we're in a good mood and we're laughing, it's like we can take on a lot and it will not bother us and it doesn't touch us because we realize it's temporary too. Everything's going to fade and come. Let's not take everything so serious. And, ooh, perfect for you. Queen of Wands energy with that. See, that is what it's about. It's about feeling lush, abundant, happy, fulfilled, and passionate as well. And that's definitely Queen of Wands energy. You know, she has love, fire, sensuality, fertility, a lot of just ample fire to give. And when we have fire and passion, other people feel that, and the energy is strong. I shared in my last video that I'm not going to air. Like yesterday, I was in a really good mood and I was in Trader Joe's and like little kids were stopping and they were looking at me. I mean, they were double taking and they were staring at me. And then I realized what it was. They could feel my happy, joyous energy. I was carrying flowers and I was like humming and I was in a good mood, and they would smile. Like they if they were getting grouchy, they wanted to push the cart. They didn't want to be here. And then when they looked at me and they just felt that energy, they like smiled and they would just stand there and stare at me. And I thought, it's the Santa Claus effect, right? Where you see something bright and joyful and you want to connect with it. And children have that honesty like animals do. And that's what this energy is for you right now. And you're stepping into it. And it's really beautiful and strong. So go with all that lovely warm flow that you're feeling right now, because you're going to exude a lot of light to people. And it's going to be really healing. Lots of times just being in a good mood and being kind to people is healing. So that's your energy, you guys. So love and light to you. If you like this video, don't forget to press like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for all the new videos. And if you hit the link down below, it'll bring you to all my links. Private reads, I get to those right away within 24 hours, 3 days at the most. You can come to my Patreon page and come help support the channel. My Etsy store is on there, every single link you can imagine. So I'm going to get this out to you. So love and light to you guys.